Are you there? No audio.
Yo, check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. We're good.
All right, we're good. We're good to go.
Yeah. Alrighty. It's your show.
Audio check. 1, 2. Audio check. Yeah, here. Good to go. Good afternoon, fellows. We are here live at Boca Chica Beach here in Brownsville, Texas. Right here, right on the beach line. And what you have here in front of you is the orbital launch pad. And there is Mechazilla and the orbital launch pad, the OLM. We are here live at Brownsville, Texas. Uh, I am your co-host today for Brownsville Tech Live, bringing you the latest and most up-to-date and accurate news, boots on the ground, the only premier podcast streaming via multiple platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, and much more. We are here live, bringing you the, the best quality premium audio and visual you can get. Once again, I'm your co-host, Ramiro, broadcasting here live for Brownsville, Texas, Brownsville Tech Live here at Brownsville, Texas. And what we're looking at here, it's a couple of days after the Starship launch, and the beach has been closed since Thursday. It didn't it didn't open yesterday. The only part that I was able to access by a very slim, very lucky chance uh, was up to the Starbase, where the Rocket Garden is at, the actual Starbase facility. You couldn't get past the village area to the left of the Launchpad. They had it all blocked off because of the amount of debris that was scattered everywhere was tremendous. I mean, you're talking about a blast zone of debris, of debris. They said it was up to 6 miles high and possibly more than 6 miles far out. We did see debris up to 4 miles. Uh, and I have here in front of me, look, we're up here on right on the beach, and there are large chunks of the what's left. Not much underneath the OLM. There's not much left under the orbital launch uh, pad itself. Uh, the chunks of rock that we got some here, we have not been able to find any souvenirs of Starship itself or the booster. No scrap metal, anything like that yet. There are some reports of people finding pieces of the heat shield tiles, but we looked around at SPI and here at Boca Chica Beach, and there's Boca Chica Beach access, and it only opened about a couple of hours ago. There are some people, if you can see here behind me, that are going past that marker zone that's not supposed to go past. That's trespassing. But oh well, I'm not going to risk going that far. So what I have here is try to get that in there so you can see it. It's it's a piece of this, a big piece of the orbital launch pad, high strength, high heat resistant uh, concrete, and this is a pretty good size. Uh, you need to back up a little bit, as you can see that there. And there's bigger ones. It's got some pretty good amount of weight to it. There's a lot bigger ones. You know, probably the size of a cinder block or boulders. There's a big boulder over on the beach behind you guys, in front of me, right on the shoreline. A big boulder uh, that's down there. I mean, I imagine the amount of force that it took to blast that piece of concrete that far out there, and you know, studying that, I think that there's probably some further into the Boca Chica Beach, you know, down in there to the ocean. You know, this thing was powerful, and they're not. Elon Musk was not kidding. You know, when he said that it was going to be packed full of excitement, it sure was packed. It was quite a scene. You know, the world's most powerful rocket, not only the most powerful, the it foreshadows its predecessor, the Saturn V, by several, by several factors. Uh, a lot bigger, the biggest and most powerful rocket, Starship, with super heavy booster underneath it, and that was made. Not only what I'm proud to say that it was made here in the USA, but it was here in Texas, and specifically here in Brownsville. How much more exciting can that get, folks? Uh, I will not encourage anyone to go past that line, as you might see some people behind me. You know, there's some marker posts there. You know, please don't abuse the privileges that we have of being this close to this astronomical historical moment that we are living in now. I am still in shock. I am flabbergasted by what I see. I'm just, it's too much to capture. I might have to take a week off, and I most definitely need a beer right now. An ice cold beer would be really nice right now. Well deserved one. So, as a reminder, once again, I'm your co-host, Ramiro, broadcasting live at a Boca Chica Beach, Texas. And behind me here is the launch pad. The Mechazilla survived. Chopsticks survived. I know there are some damages. We haven't got any specifics from Elon or SpaceX, and we probably might not get too much. You know, that is highly sensitive information for many reasons. But I'm okay with that. I think that we know enough. We know too much as it is. Nowhere else in the United States or in the world that I know of are you able to get up close like you can here in Brownsville, Texas. And we are bringing you the latest, most accurate, up to date, quality live feed, boots on the ground. And that is only possible through your support. So please, if you are watching now, like, share, subscribe, follow, drop a comment below. Feel free if whether you were watching it in person from somewhere live or behind the screen, let us know in the comments below where you were at and what was your experience of the launch. What were you feeling in that moment when they paused the countdown clock at T minus 40 seconds? We were all, our hearts dropped. It was completely silent. Not even the birds were chirping, not even the crickets. everybody was silent. The whole world was watching. And it was such a suspense that is no amount of words can explain how exciting it was. And the cheers that broke out after the flags were taken down and we had all green lights once again. The amount of the burst of cheers, the excitement, it just came like waves and waves and waves of super excited people. The adrenaline, the energy was really high. And so was the blast right here behind us with those Raptor 2 engines, 33 of them. I mean, I'm going to show you a piece of, I mean, it is just, wow. Let me tell you, I'm going to position the camera just to give you a little 360 view of some of these big rocks around you. So bear with me, I'll try not to shake the camera around too much, but we gathered some here. Look at how big these rocks are. I'm a size 11 and a half shoe, just to give you a perspective. These are big chunks of the concrete pad underneath Starship that were blasted for miles and miles around here. There are bigger ones all around here. But once again, please be respectful of Starbase and the trespass zone. Just a little earlier, there was a crowd of people further down that way. And you can see the marker post where you're not supposed to go past that. That's private property. That's trespass. And you can see some people have pulled back. Just a little while ago, as I arrived here initially, there was a group of people. They looked like army ants. And let me try to zoom in. They were carrying that piece of sheet metal. And they suddenly just left it there. I don't know if SpaceX officials made them stop or what, but they left it there. Maybe they're out scavenging for more pieces, which is not right. It's not right. Don't ruin it for everyone else. The privileges that we have to be here the closest we're allowed to. We have to be respectful and don't ruin it for the rest that haven't come here. For the rest of the SpaceX and aerospace and Elon fanatics, don't ruin it for them to not be able to have the opportunity to come down and experience what everybody else has. So please, if you're going to visit here, keep in mind, look all around. And if you see private property sign, don't go past the sign. Stay on public property. Stay on the road. Feel free to drop a comment. I would really appreciate it if you need a video and audio check. Really appreciate that. And I want to see some thumbs up, some likes. Welcome to the channel again. We are broadcasting live here for Brownsville Tech Live out of Brownsville, Texas, here at Boca Chica Beach. What you see here in front of you is the Starship Launchpad, and there's Mechazilla. Mechazilla survived the waves, the pressure, the flames, the orbital launch mount, the OLM. It does have some severe damage to it, but by some miracle, it stood. It did not. You got to keep in mind that Starship fully stacked and fueled weighs over 12. I believe it's between 11 and 12 million pounds. That is really, really heavy. Elon Musk is not lying. He's not kidding when he named it super heavy. When he named that booster super heavy, that that is an underestimate, you know, of what it is. It's a lot heavier than super heavy, and Mechazilla is alive and well. You know, I'm gonna see if I could zoom in to the orbital launch pad so that we could focus on the damage. And they are already working. Uh, I have some high resolution pictures that have been uploaded of Starship, and some more video feed that will be coming to you shortly of the rocket garden. They have, as I covered yesterday live out of Starbase, they're working on the next Starship prototype. They got it up on the crane, and they're doing some work on the side of it, just as they were this one that just launched. Elon Musk already said that in a couple of months or less, we will have another big show. You can hear some vents there, and as you can see here in the picture, uh, it appears that the tanks also took in some damage. You can see they're dented, but thank God, it doesn't appear to have any leaks. They might have been emptied out, you know, with the charging of Starship. You know, they filled it up super heavy in Starship, and there's the orbital launch mount, the OLM, that has a water dilute system. And if it wasn't for that water dilute system, you know, God forbid, the orbital launch mount, there's a crater in the center of the orbital launch mount that we can't get a shot of because we're not allowed to get that close. You know, if it wasn't for that water dilute system, who knows what? I mean, if this thing would have gone lopsided, it would have been catastrophic. I mean, Starship could have tilted over, and it would have ended very catastrophic and not good for Mechazilla. But it was a success. They are, as we speaking now, they are analyzing all the data. I mean, the amount of data that they have successfully collected, from what I hear, is going to take weeks to study and analyze. And like I said, we may not know all the details of that data, but we're okay with that. What is interesting to hear, what is exciting to hear, is that in a couple of months or less, we are going to have another Starship prototype fully stacked with the booster. They got a couple of boosters and 3 Starships ready to go. And it's going to be here fully stacked. And we're going to be in for a show, guaranteed 100% excitement. And what we are hoping is that this next one will go all the way, that it will go subsonic, that the booster will disconnect, and that Starship will fly 90 minutes and splash land in Hawaii. That is what we want to see. But it does not matter if it blows up, like Elon Musk said. It is not a failure. It is, as long as it clears this launch pad and clears Mechazilla, everything else is all right. Anything past this launch pad right here is icing on the cake. Elon Musk is here to stay, and he is not a quitter, and he is going to continue onwards and upwards, and we're going to be here every step of the way here on Brownsville Tech Live. We're going to continue to improve as best we can to bring you the best quality boots on the ground live stream in high resolution 365 days out of the year, 24/7. Nowhere else here in the Valley is there a local podcast streaming live via multiple platforms. And that is only here on Brownsville Tech Live. Once again, please subscribe, follow, like, get a thumbs up on this live stream, drop a comment below. Let us know what your experience was. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We will do the best in the best of our ability to answer and acknowledge every single follower and viewer. And it is to say the least an exciting time to be alive. It's pretty hot out here, but the wind is a little cool, so that kind of helps me out. But the sun is a little bit, it's being a little nicer right now than earlier this morning, yesterday. The air quality seems to be a lot better today. So once again, welcome to the show. I'm your host, co-host Ramiro for Brownsville Tech Live. We are here at Boca Chica Beach, and what you see here behind me is the Launchpad and Mechazilla with the OLM, which is the Orbital Launch Mount, where Starship sits on when it's either Starship alone or the Super Heavy, or whether it's stacked. That's what the chopstick is for. It can lift up the Super Heavy booster, which is stage 1, and lift it up, put it on the orbital launch mount, and then it turns around and it grabs Starship and lifts it up and stacks it on top of the stage 1 Super Heavy booster. And in the future, what the plan is the word is that they're going to work on improving the orbital launch mount, that circular stand that the Starship sits on. They're working on improving the design to where what happened with the amount of thrust created by the engine, the heat, the pressure, the thrust, it destroyed this high strength, anti-explosive concrete, and it blasted it to pieces. That concrete is got obliterated. They're going to work on improving that. We haven't got specific how. They also, on the orbital launch mount, they're going to make an improved design to help disperse that energy away from the Raptor 2 engine, because what happened upon launch, as soon as those Raptor 2 engines ignited, pieces of that concrete went up and possibly damaged some of those Raptor 2 engines, and that's why you see up to 7 of the Raptor engines went offline. But even like that, Super Heavy was a success. It got Starship up into orbital insertion. That is a major milestone, and that was here in Brownsville, Texas. And as I reported earlier, Brownsville Tech Live was one of the only live streamers local here from the Valley that had reliable coverage, while other streamers and media outlets suffered catastrophic connectivity failure. Brownsville Tech Live trucked on through, did not lose connectivity, and we brought you high quality, high definition live stream of the launch. All the way, we even managed to capture the FTS successful detonation, which was the flight termination system installed on the Starship. They attempted to correct the flight path, the trajectory of Starship. The Super Heavy booster ran out completely. of fuel. And at that point, they made a decision that it was time to terminate the test flight. So it was a major, major historical accomplishment for Elon Musk, for SpaceX. Shout out to the over 1,800 SpaceX employees that work day and night, that dedicate all of their time 24/7, 365 days out of the year, that their hard work and dedication has paid off. And we've seen it here on Thursday morning live. Uh, a big thanks to them and to Elon Musk, and for Houston, for the Houston Control Center that was also assisting, and for Hawthorne for all the support that we've seen from California and from all over the world. We had viewers here on Thursday live from France. We've seen people from Germany, from different parts of Germany, from the UK. We've seen viewers as far as Australia, even Chinese. We had some Chinese viewers that were watching our live stream as the launch happened behind me. We also had viewers from multiple parts of Canada. Welcome to the show. It was an honor to be able to bring this high quality, premium news reporting, boots on the ground to you all, in hopes of inspiring you to be interested in all things Elon Musk, technology, all things SpaceX, NASA, aerospace, and most importantly, to help. We ask you to help by supporting our channel so that we can continue to bring you the latest, most up-to-date quality views here live, boots on the ground. This is not a teleprompted show. This is not scripted. This is live from a person to person. Welcome to the show once again. You're watching Brownsville Tech Live here at Boca Chica Beach here in Texas. Behind me, what you see here is the Launchpad, Mechazilla, and the OLM, the Orbital Launch Mount. So thank you very much for tuning in. Once again, people, please respect the boundaries where we sit. Don't trespass. If you're not sure, it's better to ask the appropriate authorities. Sheriffs are out here. There are cameras posted in front of me here on the Boca Chica beachfront here, all along the shoreline, from the jetty to the Rio Grande Valley to the river right here over to my right. About every quarter mile, there are mobile camera units, and they're watching. This is from SpaceX and probably even Border Customs, and who knows, but I'm pretty sure it's from SpaceX. And they were out here cleaning up the debris field all on the beach. And those cameras are still working, and they're watching everything to make sure that people are not doing illegal activity. So please be respectful and enjoy. Come out here and enjoy what we get to see here and what we get to celebrate. It is a beautiful day. A little bit too hot, but the sun is a little bit forgiving today. Not as bad as yesterday. So I'm going to check here if we have any comments. See if we have any questions. All right, I see 2 viewers live. Hello. Please like, share, and subscribe and comment below. This is what we see now on the orbital launch pad. They're still out there working. As you see a vehicle, let me zoom in so you can see the employees working. And since yesterday, I noticed that there was a lot of commercial vehicles, cement trucks, dump trucks, coming in and out, in and out, in and out of Starbase, and they are getting to work fairly quickly. So I do believe that in less than 2 months, there's a high probability that we will see another test launch. So there, I will zoom in. You can see a pickup truck there to the left of the OLM, and they are analyzing and observing, documenting the damage, and looking at how they can make improvements to the launch pad and to the OLM. And let's see what happens with the fuel tanks for the methane, for the liquid oxygen tanks there. I'm pretty sure those tanks are, that sheet metal is pretty thick, and they survived, but they got some pretty good sized dents on there. And so there are, I'll give you a 360 view here. Up here on the dunes, Boca Chica Beach. There's the beach over there. And if you look closely, you could see one of the cameras there with the solar panel, and a looks like some kind of satellite dish for connectivity, and they're watching. There it is right there. About every quarter mile, you see one of those right there. So please keep in mind, don't trespass. And if you have doubts of what you can and can't do, it's best to err on the side of safety. And it's best to not, if you're not sure, and ask the authorities before you proceed to do anything that you're in doubt of. So there you go. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna head down to the jetty. So I'm gonna walk here through the dunes. So I will go offline, and I will attempt to see if I can find some souvenirs. You know, hopefully I can get lucky today and find some of those heat shield tiles. And I will attempt to go live if I can. If I find anything, and you here on Brownsville Tech Live will be the first ones to know. So once again, I'm your co-host, Ramiro, live here at a Starbase here in Boca Chica Beach, Texas, bringing you the most latest and up-to-date news coverage here in Brownsville. Once again, please support the channel, share, like, subscribe, follow, drop a comment below. You can look at the Brownsville Tech Live channel, and go in there through any of the previous today's live stream, or the previous yesterday and the day before. We have been covering every single segment from before, during, and now after. And that was here on Brownsville Tech Live, South Texas only premier podcast streaming via multiple platforms. So it is an honor to be here, showing you, bringing this to you. To even for those that can't come down here, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the fans over in Matamoros. They are great people. They also have amazing views. You can see the energy from the videos uploaded from the people in Matamoros, which is about 2 miles to my right. the Rio Grande Valley is right here. They had an amazing view. The energy just through looking through the video was also amazing. So shout out to my Matamoros people for showing support and for the worldwide and global support from everywhere, from the people, you know, the whole world seemed to have their eye on Starship here at Starbase in Boca Chica Beach in Brownsville, Texas. And you saw all of that here on Brownsville Tech Live. So once again, thank you very much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate your feedback, your commentary. Please do it for Brownsville Tech Live. Like, share, subscribe, follow, and most importantly, comment. We love to hear the live commentary and reach out, even if it's just a hello. You know, we really do love that and appreciate your support. So once again, this is Brownsville Tech Live. I'm your co-host Ramiro, broadcasting live here from Starbase, Boca Chica Beach, here in Brownsville, Texas. I will sign out and see you here shortly. I'm gonna go on a little egg hunt per se and see what we can find. Signing out. Bye bye.